If you visited the Stonemasons Guild basement in Act 2, you are probably aware that Raphael and the stonemason who built Moonrise Towers are behind the destruction of Ketheric Thorm's army. The stonemason was a follower of Selûne, and seeing Ketheric's betrayal and the horrors of his dark justiciars, the stonemason sold his soul to Raphael in turn to wipe out Ketheric's army. But did you also know that you can find the stonemason's soul and speak to him in the House of Hope? You can tell him what happened to Ketheric and Moonrise Towers.
Creator, a savior. I was an architect in life, a builder of tombs and temples, but mostly of towers. My proudest work reached for the stars and sought to dry Selûne's tears. It was a monument to life and to virtue, and a happy home to my master for many years. A great general, a greater man, Ketheric Thorm. When tragedy came, my master fell into darkness and despair. He marshaled a great army to ruin the world and bring all into shadow. I could not let it happen. I sought out the devil, Raphael, and signed an infernal pact with him. He promised to destroy my master's army, and I promised him my soul in return. The devil was true to his word. Fiends slaughtered my master's forces, but he endured somehow and blighted the land. Then all came to pass as I had hoped, though a century too late for my family and friends. Your actions may have justified the price of my soul. I thank you. Tell me, what became of my pride? What became of Moonrise Towers? I did not think it possible. Thank you. My spirit smiles for the first time in a century. Now go. Finish your business here and leave while you can.
Did you know there is a way for Barcus to appear in the very first Tiefling party at your camp? To get him, you must first rescue him from the windmill. Then completely forget about the 3 goblin bosses and go straight to the Underdark and find him again. After you rescue him the second time from the Duergar slavers, you can tell him to come to your camp. Barcus will remain in your camp until you reach Act 2.
I'll have a better chance of rescuing Wulbren if I'm at my best. And, thank you.
From here on out, just go back and complete Halsin's quest to defeat the 3 goblin leaders. And then invite the Tieflings to your camp for a party. Barcus will be there, and you will have some extra dialogue, and you will make some fireworks.
Do you mind? I'm trying to work. Celebrate. I appreciate that you're proud of your victory, but it's just that. Yours. Wulbren is still missing. And there are gnomes trapped in Moonrise Towers. Me drinking beer won't save them. You leaving would help my concentration. But if you insist... There. celebration.
A YouTuber named Sparrows found one of, if not the most rare dialogue on Karlach. As most people probably already know, every origin character and custom character get a special camp dialogue if you rest the moment you crash from the Nautiloid ship and don't recruit anyone to your party. If you are Karlach, she will make a fanfiction in her head about sleeping with imaginary characters.
Silver-tongued halfling perched on my lap. I'll have one hand up her skirt, she'll have one down my top. When there's a knock at the door...
However, Sparrows, with some proper modding, was able to trigger the cut dialogue sequence on Karlach if you never leave the crash site and have gotten your first upgrade from Dammon, which is impossible to do in vanilla. This will show an alternate version of her fanfiction, and Karlach will instead fantasize about Dammon.
Dammon seems to have made a good start. I ought to keep him close. Really close. And then, next time he leans in to listen to my heart, I take his chin in my hand, and I lift his face to meet mine, and I... Stop it, brain. This isn't the time. Is it? So I take his chin in my hand, and I lift his face to meet mine, and his face softens, like he's seen me for the first time. Karlach, he says, straightening. Puts his hand over mine, steps closer to me, hand on my waist now, as he leans in and kisses me so softly, like he's savoring each sensation. His hand moves lower, and he pulls me even closer towards him. I'm all nerves now, all starry, as my head explodes, showering him with skull fragments to reveal a mass of tentacles. Oh, gods!
Retreat, abort, go back.
Oh, why? How do I turn you off? Oh, wait. I know.
You know how True Soul Gut gives you a sleeping potion when you ask for her help against a parasite? Well, if it happens to be that your character is either an elf or an half-elf, the sleeping potion won't work on you, because of elves' innate resistance to sleep and sleeping potions. Gut will instead throw a hissy fit and attack you.
This could have gone easy for you. Not now, though. I'll tear you to shreds.
Another cool lore detail is that if you pick Cleric Drow with the Loth Sworn as your subrace, the available options for deities will only be Loth. Remember the Tiefling girl you find watching the Githyanki patrol in Act 1, who refuses your proposal to join your party?
What? Just follow you around? I go my own way. Alone.
Well, she can be later found in the Githyanki crash killed. Should have accepted. At the Goblin camp, there is an area outside the temple walls where you can climb down and follow a little creek into a waterfall. There you can find the love letters I wrote. A goblin wrote to Mithara. You would be surprised by how much hidden dialogue you can find by using Speak with the Dead. For example, did you know that you can use Speak with the Dead on Jorger's bed made of corpses?
The tangle of corpses gape at you, lifelessly. the spell's power wanes, you can ask no more questions.
In my previous video, I mentioned about the unique rage screams your Origin companions have. But there is a weird interaction when Halsin uses rage, as it doesn't seem like he has any voice at all, and it is most probably still bugged. But for some reason, it sounds way more menacing. If you go to the Elf Song Tavern in the city, you can find two characters that look almost identical to Pike and Grog from Critical Role's Legend of Vox Machina.
I'm pretty sure they're just fancy shots, Grog. 2 for you, and 3 for me. Cheers! What are you looking at?
And there it is. There are plenty more useless facts, cut content and Easter eggs in the game. If you would like to see more, then drop a comment. And remember to subscribe, as it helps me out a lot when making new videos. And as always, stay tuned.